Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, my Cravenites, and for all of you joining the stream, welcome. Make yourselves at home. Grab a favorite beverage. Yeah, it's 12 noon. Okay, have your favorite drink of choice. I'm just saying it can be ice water. I'm not implying anything. But get your favorite beverage. Settle in to your favorite spot with your laptop or your phone. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk some Halloween ends today. I've had a lot of you asking me when are we gonna do Halloween stream. Let's take a break from Scream. Blasphemy of it all. No, I'm just kidding. I love Halloween. It's my second favorite franchise. And I said, you know what? This is the time to do it. So we're going to do it. So, once again, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Yes, that's for Jack, because I have a guest here. In fact, I've got two. What's better than one? Two. Double up. So, ladies and gents, I want to introduce you to one who is both of these guys are you know who they are. They are friends of the station, friends of me, friends of mine, I should say. Guys, I'm not used to this. I'm used to 9 o'clock streams at night. Okay, my brain is still a little thrown off about this time, and so bear with me if I'm a little rusty. But welcome, please, Knight from the Night Watch Zone. What's up, Knight?
What's going on?
Oh man,
Yeah,
again,
baby.
the brain, the engine, the motor is turning. It's a little bit awkward. It doesn't know what's going on. And so
Right?
by the time we get to the second hour, about the last 5 minutes, I'll be kicking into gear. But no, I'm good. We're going to make this. This is going to be good. All right. And also joining us today is our good friend Jack. What's up, Jack Stannis?
Happy Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. Oh,
Silver
Shamrock. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, at this point now, the live count will drop down to about 2 people.
People are gonna start leaving.
Yeah, they're like, stick to 9 o'clock, man. This is
What the heck was that?
Oh my gosh. But stay tuned because I think, Jack, you gave us what we would call a sneak peek of things to come. We'll leave it at that. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
A teaser
Oh yeah.
of to come.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. So, guys, we're going to talk Halloween ends today. We're going to talk theories and predictions. We could certainly talk about kills, of course, and the whole trilogy for that matter, because they're all obviously intertwined with one another.
Right.
And before we do that, though, just real quick, I want to jump in and say hello and to some of our great friends here in the chat. And I see a lot of Cravenites here, a lot of green. What's up, Austin? Val? I'm just going to kind of move quickly. Bob, what's up, Bob?
Hey.
Hey. What's up, Night Watch Zone? What's up,
Who's
Jack
that
Stannis?
guy?
Dude, how about
Who's
that?
guy?
Jack Stannis is in the chat. What?
Jack's in the chat, man. What's up, Alan? Alan says, man, that's right. 6 months to go.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, Val says that Halloween actually is her favorite franchise.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with
Val.
that. What's
Yeah.
up, Blucka? Good to see you, man. Keith is in the house. Keith, yo, what's up, Craven? What's up, Keith? I bet you're happy, Keith. We're
Keith.
talking Halloween, buddy.
Right.
The whole stream is Halloween.
Keith knows
Happy,
what's up.
happy. He does know
Halloween.
what's up. Halloween. I'll just have to. Jack, stay on standby from us. Cue you in. Like, go
Okay.
for it, Jack. Hit it.
That's all you say. You say go for it.
That's right. Movie Master Show's in the house. What's going on? Good
What's
afternoon. It's and 12 noon Central is a funny time because what's up, Kyle? Good to see you here, man. Been chatting with Kyle a lot in the comments on videos. So good to see you here on the stream. 12 o'clock Central is an interesting time because it's morning in some places and afternoon, of course, in other places. So
That's right.
it's happy morning. Oh no, that's bad. That's so bad.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I know you're not. I'm out of respect. It's just silence, you know.
Yeah.
It's
What
like,
happened?
It's just silence.
Did I miss something?
No, you missed nothing. You missed nothing at all. You missed one of the most horrible dad pun jokes in the world. So trust me. What's up, Maverick? Good to see you here. Hey, Elaine. Good to see you here as well. All right. And Mega, I see you, Mega Run in the Mega Rue, I should say. And Tanya. All right. Okay, guys. I think I got everybody who's at least left a comment. If I missed you, I see Carrie jumping in here. Hey, Carrie.
Harry.
Hey, after morning, we'll call it. After morning. That's
After morning.
much better.
Nice.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. You
Hey, it's 10
bailed me
a.m.
out.
It's 10 a.m. by me, so it's still morning.
It
There you
is
go.
10 o'clock for you. That's right.
There you go.
Necessary distraction. What's up, Necessary? Glad you're. Hey, Bearded's here as well. All right.
What's up?
Oh, crew's showing up this morning or this afternoon or whichever it may be.
After morning.
After morning. Thank you. After morning. I already forgot. After morning. All right, guys. So thanks everybody for being here. Looking forward to our conversation today. So, how about this, guys? Let's see here. Oh, first of all, I have to say, just real quick, I want to say, don't have to, I want to acknowledge all the supporters of the channel. Thank you for my patrons. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. And for all the channel members, you guys just continually blow my mind. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. It really does make a difference on the channel. And it really helps me continue to grow and have more things I can do to elevate the videos and bring you more live streams like this and more guests. So I appreciate all you guys from the heart. It means the world to me. And so, and if you want to become a channel member, it's real simple. Knight, what do they got to do? What do they do to become a channel member? Because you know now. What do you do?
You gotta hit the join button right
That's
next
it.
to the subscribe button.
Bingo. Bingo. Dude, I put him on the spot. He wasn't ready for that. That's right, man. See, that's all you got to do. Just got to hit that join button. It's super simple. And when
That's
you
right.
do that, guess what's going to happen? In the live chat, your name's going to turn green. You see these green names. And what else it means? You officially become a Cravenite. Yes. You're in the inner circle, the Cravenite circle. So anyway, we like to have fun with the Cravenite. I like to have fun with the Cravenites, the channel members. So anyway, guys, just want to let you know you can be a part of that. And I have a members only, last thing I'm going to say, we're going to go, a members only live watch party, a movie watch party this month. Members only Cravenites are invited. And there's been a change, because I see a lot of Cravenites here. I want to give you guys the heads up. So the original choice last month when we spin the wheel with the titles, it came up with the Apple. Well, the Apple is not a horror movie. It's a sci-fi musical. And so I talked to the individual who had submitted the name, and I said, hey, I think that maybe we should go a different direction. We kind of talked about it, and she agreed. So she was cool with that, and so we changed it now. So I still had everyone's movie titles. I respun the wheel, and the new title is, here it is, guys, for the members only. It is going to be Hatchet, the movie Hatchet, which I've never seen. It's going to be a first-time watch for me.
Oh, nice.
So
That
I've
is
heard
awesome.
a lot of good things, Knight, about this, and Jack, about this movie. And so I'm excited. I know Kane Hodder's in it. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So for everyone who is a Cravenite, all you guys, that's the movie. I'll send a note out, a message out, but that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Hatchet. So,
Nice.
and Necessary says yes. All right, great movie.
I think
Okay.
necessary. I think we chatted about Hatchet. I love that movie. It's so good.
Oh, all right. Well, here we go. So let's jump right in. So, Knight, I want to talk to you first because you've been really, really vocal this past few days about an interesting theory, and it's one that I honestly had not heard until I heard it from you. And there's a lot, and it's very polarizing, as you've mentioned before.
Oh yeah.
And so, why don't you share with us this theory that you're putting out there as a possibility for those who haven't heard it?
Yeah, well, I've done a couple videos. This was an idea. We all know that Jamie Lee Curtis said that this movie is going to upset fans. I think she might have said pissed off. I can't remember exactly, but
One of those, yeah.
yeah, one of those, talking about the ending. And immediately I started to think, well, what could that be? Now, the obvious answer was that Laurie's going to die, or Michael's going to die, or Michael survives, and there's no true payoff at the end, right? But then my mind is really weird. I started thinking further along, and I was like, well, what if it's all a dream?
Oh.
And it sounds crazy as hell, right? But then I started to see a couple other people talk about it, and in my comments, and I think Keith's in the live chat right now. He's been one in my comments too, talking about it. Some variations on it, but the idea is
Hmm.
that at the end of Halloween Ends, no matter what happens, like Laurie and Michael could both die, or Laurie kills Michael, or whatever, but that at the end of Halloween Ends, we find out that it was a dream that Laurie Strode was having after the events after Halloween 78. You know, she could wake up in a hospital, because of the trauma. Maybe she passed out. Maybe she was drugged up with medication, to treat her wounds, kind of like how it was in the beginning of Halloween 2.
Hmm.
But here's the trick of it. And first of all, I'm calling it the dream catcher theory. So if this happens, I need to
Hey,
get some credit, guys. No, I'm just
absolutely.
joking.
I'll give it to you all day long. Let me tell you,
At
just
least
like, hey,
at least in our
listen,
small circle.
in our circle of influence, man, you better believe it because just like you were saying, Night, where if Stu comes back,
That's
you're like,
right.
man, I was there from the beginning with this
That's
thing,
right.
and it's the same for you
Stephen
here.
led the charge.
That's
Stephen
right,
led the
man.
charge on the stew train. But
Yeah.
so the idea of it is that it's all a dream, and all of the events that happened after Halloween 78 were part of a dream that she had, or nightmare, however you want to word it.
Hmm.
Dream, nightmare, fever dream, whatever, hallucinations. Um, Now, it's like you said, it's a very controversial thing. I've had
Hmm.
some people that really dig the idea, they think it's interesting. And I have some people that absolutely hate it. It's like, and I even had a comment I read this morning on one of my videos
Uh
that said,
oh.
"Who started this ridiculous theory? It is the worst thing that they've ever done in the franchise, and it's so much of a stretch." And of course, you know me, Steve, and I was like, "No, wait a minute now. We've had a lot of ridiculous stuff in this franchise,
Yes. Yes,
whether
we
it's
have.
Buster Rhymes using karate on Michael, or the druids controlling Michael, you know,
Yeah.
or Season of the Witch not having Michael,
Oh,
or like in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 where Michael was talking and
ay,
grunting and
ay,
living
ay.
like a hobo. I mean,
Bah.
Oh
we've
man.
we've had some dumb shit in this franchise, but for all of us that are fans, we deal with it. We deal with the ups
Yeah.
and the downs. So to me,
Yeah.
anyways, and this is all just my opinion. I like having fun with it. But to me, this isn't the most ridiculous thing ever. But I will say, I'm hoping for an ending that is even more creative than that, and something
Hmm.
that is really like something that's just out of this world. And when I leave the theater, I'm like, holy crap. But I do think that this could be a possibility, because the best positive from this theory to me is
Hmm.
that it could clean up this whole franchise and these five different timelines. We have five different timelines, which some fans like myself, it is what it is. But there's some
Yeah.
fans that totally get confused by it.
Hmm.
So if we do this, it'll clean up all the messy timelines. It'll explain all the inconsistencies. It'll explain how Michael, who is a man,
Hmm.
you know, purely evil, but a man, can survive all the stuff that he's survived throughout all of these movies. Right? That's the
It's
one
true.
thing about this franchise, and I know I'm going on a long rant, but
No, go for
that's
it,
the
dude.
that's the one thing about this franchise. If you look at the big three with Freddie, Michael, and Jason, Freddie is supernatural, so that he's got a
Yeah.
pass. Jason became a zombie, so they figured out how to make it so that he can survive anything. But Michael's supposed to be a man, and he's
True.
survived some ridiculous stuff. I roll with it because I love Michael Myers, but
Hmm.
this theory could fix all of that, and probably the most important thing, because we know they're going to restart this franchise in a few years after
Oh
Halloween
yeah.
ends. They're going to
Yeah.
restart it. So the only thing that they could really do, or one of the things that they probably will do, is have a brand new timeline,
Hmm.
right? Because
Hmm.
Michael Myers right now in Halloween ends is whatever, 65 years old or whatever, unless at the end he passes the evil on to someone else. And I don't think they're going to go that route.
Ooh,
I
that's
don't
what I
think
was
that,
worried about.
Mm,
yeah, I
yeah.
don't think they're going to go that route, because they
Oh,
didn't want to do it in Halloween 4. They had a great
yeah.
ending at the end of 4, and they were like, psych, we're not going to do that. So I think that the best part about this is that not only it cleans up the franchise, but it brings it all the way back to 78. Michael doesn't need Laurie. Michael
Hmm.
doesn't need Loomis. Michael is young again. And it's back to the way that Carpenter originally envisioned this whole thing. He's a man, pure evil, right at that edge of human and myth or whatever you want to call it. And
Yeah.
they can do anything they want when they restart the franchise.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's what I like about this theory. But I do agree it's very controversial, and it's somewhat, when I first thought about it, I was like, that's a cop out. But there are some positives to it.
No, it's funny. It's funny, Night, because it's like, at this point, what are we, like 12 films deep? I mean,
Yep.
different timelines, but it's like, you have to take risks at some point. You're never going to please everybody, and
Right.
Right.
I never even thought of it like that. And I think it's a wonderful twist, and I think it would be something unique to the franchise that we haven't seen yet. And I'd be interested to see it. Like, even Jen Warner, I don't know if she's in the chat or whatnot, but she reached out to me and she finished Halloween 18 and then Kills, and she's like, wait, so they're not siblings anymore? I said, no. And I had to explain the whole timeline. I was like, in this
Yes.
timeline and that timeline,
Right?
So totally, Night. I love that theory. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting if nothing else. And like I
Yeah.
said, and of course, and let me just say this too, because again, I know it's controversial, but they'd have to execute it beautifully for it to work. They couldn't just
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
phone that in. It'd have to be something that's like they did the recreation scene in the beginning of Kills. Even
Yeah.
though some people had an issue with Kills or maybe didn't like Kills, I think generally people appreciated the way they handled the 78 recreation scene. So same type of idea. They'd have to handle this very carefully and very well, because they're going to have to link it back to 78, and they're going to have to, however they would do it, show Laurie, quote unquote, waking up or allude to it or
Yeah.
whatever. So we know that they can handle respecting the franchise the right way, but this theory would have to be executed almost flawlessly for even the diehard fans to accept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And Jack, what do you think, man? How would you feel, Jack, as a Halloween fan? Just if you were to leave the theater, and let's just give benefit of the doubt. Let's say that they execute it perfectly, as close to perfectly as you could, and it's really well done. But you walk out of that theater and you're realizing, like, it's all sinking in that all of these movies that we enjoy, and some more than others, but we still, pretty, for the most part, they're all pretty watchable. There's a couple
Yeah.
that I could debate on that, but I think we all agree there's a couple. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you leave that theater and you realize, hold on a second, wait, everything I've seen never really happened. Like, none of it's real. And I'll give you my opinion in a moment, but I want to hear yours, Jack. What's your initial thought right now? If you're walking out, would you view those sequels differently? Would you feel like you've been cheated, or do you feel like it was okay? What do you think?
So you're saying everything, like, but the original still
But
happened?
the original,
or-
yeah,
Okay.
the original happened.
Only
Yeah.
the
Yes.
original. That's right.
So,
Everything
Nate, I
else
don't-
is-
I don't know if you've known this about me, but a lot of people that watch my videos and Steven on our streams that we chat about, I am a very big advocate for standalone films without sequels. As much as I enjoy and I love sequels, I always go into watching the first movie in a series as it was intended, as just a start, middle, and an end. So to me, Halloween 1978 is one of the prime examples of a movie that, if it was just a standalone movie, I think it would be even more terrifying than with having the sequels come after. So to me, if it wound up, bridging the gap and having everything be a dream, and that technically there aren't all these timelines, and that it all was just a figment of the imagination, a manifestation of somebody's dream, Laurie, Michael, whoever, I'd be satisfied with it if it was done right. Like I said, I still consider Halloween 78 as that standalone movie in my eyes, and anything that comes after that is just kind of bonus content to me.
Okay.
But I would be for it, because I hold 78 on such a high pedestal
Right.
compared to everything else.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
even the original Halloween 2 and 4 or 5, like, they're good, enjoyable movies to me, but they're not
Yeah.
movies that I'm like, whoa, that was a cinematic masterpiece.
Right, I agree.
So I would probably leave very happy, and I don't think it would change my viewing experience of any of the sequels or even this new trilogy. But again, still that original one for me is like that's it. That's the complete story right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me then like the sequels that followed, you're not really as invested, let's say, in those movies, right? They don't mean as much to you.
Right,
Right,
right. I mean, I
perhaps.
still love them. I love chatting about them. I love theorizing, but that original is like, angel
Oh, yeah.
voices. Let's like hold that up. So yeah,
Absolutely. No, and that makes sense. And so I think for me, and again, if it's done well, like Knight said, if they pull this thing off where I'm like, oh wow, okay, I will learn to probably accept it after a little bit. I mean, I think
yeah,
it may take me a little time to come around to
of course.
really embracing
Yeah,
that because
absolutely.
it's just I think the biggest thing is because and Knight, I mentioned this. I think you and I mentioned this a little bit yesterday on the Collective, which by the way, 500 subs on the Lethal Collective, baby.
Woo!
We hit it on the live stream yesterday. It was so amazing, and
man.
so we are halfway to 1K. We're halfway to our goal of 1K, and when the Lethal Collective hits 1K, we're gonna have a stream. It's gonna melt the internet. We're gonna have a
That's right, man.
celebration. We're gonna have it's gonna be there's gonna be clowns. There's gonna be trapeze artists. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Wizards.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're watching this live stream right now, if you've popped in and you are not subscribed to the Lethal Collective, there's a link in the description of this video. If you pull it down, you'll see Lethal Collective. Please just jump over there and hit that subscribe button because every Monday and Friday night, myself, Jake, Killjoy Jake, and Fate decided we try to burn the house down pretty much and bring you guys a great live stream and all horror talk. Well, mostly horror talk. We sometimes get off the rails, but anyway, it's a lot of fun. Come check it out, but please help us get to that 1K. But I'm really very excited about that 500. That was a big milestone yesterday.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
That was
Yeah.
really fun.
And
So
we started from scratch, man. We started right from the bottom of the barrel, so it's
that's
awesome,
right.
man.
Started at 0 subs, and our first live stream was January 14th on the Face Day when Scream was released, Stream 5.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
we've got 500 in less than 2 months. So that's a pretty darn good start, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I'm excited. So yeah, so thank you guys, all you who have subscribed. Thank you guys. You're all part of making that happen, and
Absolutely.
we appreciate you. All right, I completely derailed my train of thought by taking a rabbit trail. That's okay. Oh no, I got it. So the thing that I have the hardest time with the Dreamcatcher theory is that I'm afraid anytime I go back and watch one of the sequels,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch it and be like, the tension is gone because this
Yeah.
is not a real kill.
Right.
This person's
right.
not killed at all. It takes away all of the weightiness of the victims' deaths. Like,
Yeah.
and the suspense, I mean, you'll still have suspense from like a jump scare or whatever, but the idea, what I'm afraid is I will be watching this saying, they're not really dead. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with this. None of this actually happened.
Right.
And that's the part that bugs me, Knight. That's the only part I struggle with is that I'm afraid going back and watching H2O and watching H4, you know, H2, whatever, any of them, that
Yeah.
I'll be like, I just don't, darn it, none of this is real. I mean, and none of this really happened, I mean. And so I'm just afraid it will taint it. That's all. That's my
Yeah, I mean-
my number one concern.
Yeah, that's the downside of it, in a way. But like I said, for me, and again, this theory, I'm just very interested in it. So it's not like, I
Yeah.
want to be like, this is the only way that it could happen.
Sure.
But it is very interesting. And, I just think I will say this, and I haven't given it as much thought about how they could start this new iteration of it once Ends is done. But I will say this Dream Theory definitely could make that easier because now, like I said, everything's right after 78. Not only that, but you could have the movie take place back then, which could also, at least for me, I don't know about you guys, but that time period had a lot of creepy factor to it for me, more so than today. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you
Mm-hmm.
could
Yeah.
have, a masked killer moving around much easier back then than you could now. So some of the, suspension of disbelief, it helps with that. But, like I said, it brings it back to where Carpenter wanted it to be, with the simplicity and so
Yeah.
forth. And here's the other thing that I haven't even mentioned that in my videos on this theory, but what if, and again, I think at some point we would see Michael Myers anyways, but what if in those next couple years when they restart this thing, instead
Mm-hmm.
of it being a Michael Myers story, what if they do the anthology route?
I like
Because
that. I like that
be-
idea a lot.
because Season of the Witch, there's some people that love it, some people that
I
hate it.
love that movie. Oh
I
my
do too.
gosh. Oh,
Is that
so
I
is
do
that
good.
too.
is that not worth a watch party?
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Is
Yes.
that what
Yeah.
we've been him hauling around about that season of the witch? I think it's fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is fun.
That's worthy of a watch party. We've got to figure that
Yeah.
out.
I
Yeah.
love that
Absolutely.
movie.
But I mean, they could literally, because David Gordon Green has said that he is a big fan of Season of the Witch, that he would like to do a quote unquote Season of the Witch. So what if that happens? Like they take a break from
Mm.
from Michael for, let's say, a decade, and they try this anthology idea that Carpenter and Deborah Hill had way back in the day that didn't pan out, unfortunately. I mean,
Yeah.
that would also be the another great way to pay
I'd
respect
love it.
to John Carpenter, which David
Mm-hmm.
Gordon Green has shown how he's tried to homage Carpenter and Carpenter's career. He's shown that in 2018 and also in Halloween Kills. So that's the other side of it too, as far as Halloween 78 happened.
Mm-hmm.
Michael is loose, the shape, the myth, he's breathing. We don't know where he is. He stays super scary. We take a break from him for who knows how long. We go down the anthology route, see how that's received by fans now, because I think fans understand what they were trying to do with Season of the Witch. And then if we want to revisit Michael down the road, maybe we will. I'm sure we will, because
Mm-hmm.
evil never dies. So
I love that idea.
Never,
Knight, I love
yeah.
that idea so much. So good.
Big time. The anthology idea is so fun. I think you could totally do it, and that's why I love this show, this series on Shudder, and I think half on Netflix. It's called Slasher. The Slasher is
Oh
this
yeah.
series.
I've heard about that. Yes. Mhm.
Dude, I've watched all 4 seasons. I think it's on the newest one's on Shudder, and
We
I
got
think
our
the
watch
other
party,
one's on
Steven.
Netflix.
We
There
got
you
a
go.
watch party coming up. Yeah.
That's right, bro. I totally forgot. So, Jack, why don't you plug that right now? Share it with everybody because I don't think anyone here knows yet.
So starting not this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, Steven and Eric with Bearded Entertainment, we are going to do a watch party every Wednesday, starting with season 2 of Slasher, because
Yes.
that's Steven's recommendation.
Yes.
Every Wednesday, we're going to watch 2 episodes, and then we're going to chat about it, and then continue. We'll get the whole season done in 4 weeks. So
Yes.
Wow. Nice.
2 episodes back to back. We'll talk about it. Then the next Wednesday, 2 episodes. Same thing. For 4 weeks,
very
we'll watch
cool.
the whole season. And I'm telling you guys, season 2, Night, since you haven't seen it, I recommend, and of course, if you can join us on the watch party, that'd be amazing. I know you probably wouldn't be able to, may not be able to with your schedule, but if not, start with season 2. That's
Okay.
what I recommend. All right, you don't
Okay.
have to, of course, because it's anthology. That's why I brought it up, because
Okay.
every season is different. There's no connection to the previous, except some of the actors continue through the seasons, but they're new
Okay.
characters, totally new characters.
Gotcha.
So my dogs are going bonkers, guys. So you guys sorry about that. They'll die down in a little bit. Speaking of Beard Entertainment, hey, $5 super chat.
Hey.
Thank you, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Says horror and KY jelly. Oh no,
Oh
the
man.
Lethal Collective. Yeah,
Never-
KY
never
jelly. Oh man, it was introduced on the live stream. It was, and it just happened. Thank you, Bearded. I appreciate the super chat, buddy. Appreciate you. And Beard is one of my moderators too. I've got Bearded and Carrie and Maverick and Jen are my moderators on the channel. So appreciate you being a moderator too, buddy. All your help, everything. Man, my dogs are really wanting to sing today. Wow,
They're like, hey, we want some attention, damn it.
they really do. Val says definitely a watch party for for season episode. Oh my gosh, help me out, guys.
Season of the Witch?
Season of the
Yes.
Witch.
Wow. Bearded says I'm down for the watch party. Yeah, we
Hey.
should do that. We should talk about that. And let's see here. Hey, got another super chat here. Matt Apple with the $1.79 super chat. Thank you. Finally, I've made it to a live stream. Much love. Oh, yes. I'm so
Alright.
glad you could make it. Thank you for the super chat. And thanks for being here, most
Right.
importantly. That's awesome. Glad you could make it as well. All right. So now here's a theory I want to bring up. And we touched on it just a minute ago in passing in that theory, in the Dreamcatcher theory. It was touched on, but it's one that I'm going to bring up again, which is this idea, which I'll say what I think about it till I share it. But it's this idea that Michael and Laurie get into this epic fight, and Laurie dies in saving Allison, let's say, and maybe even
Blaze
Lindsay.
of glory.
Yeah, Blaze of Glory. Hashtag Lori and Dewey forever. Okay, basically, it's kind of the same thing. So,
Right.
and then though, but here's the thing: Michael appears dead, right? But what if there's some way? And I'm not saying I've thought this out very far how you would execute it, but let's just say somehow or another, the mask is taken off of Michael, or Michael takes the mask off, and somehow Allison looks over and she picks the mask up and looks at it, and like she's getting ready to destroy it, but instead she puts the mask on.
Like in Zombies Halloween 2. I think it was the
Yes.
alternate ending cut or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't think about that. That's right. So the evil of Michael Myers now is in Allison, and then the movie ends with her with the mask on in credits. That's how it ends. So tell me, I'm not saying I'm a fan of this. I'm just saying this has come to my mind as a what if thing, and Keith had mentioned, said if they go that route with passing evil on, it will be the very end of Halloween Ends. Yeah. So, but what do you guys think now? Nia, how would you feel first, and then we'll go around if you saw that happen.
And so Michael was killed by Laurie, definitively, or is it one
Yeah.
of those things where she? Okay.
And like he was about to die, or he died, he's just flat out dead, and
Yeah.
and Allison takes the mask off, and you think just to like expose him, like
Yeah.
and then the unexpected happens. She puts it on.
If again execution, and we always say this, I know it gets to be a tired cliche, but execution is everything.
Yeah.
If it was done really well, I wouldn't be pissed off. But I think in my own mind, I'm expecting something different, or maybe more creative, because of course that harkens back to Halloween 4. The only difference is that it's believable with Allison versus Danielle Harris as a little girl.
Yes. Yes.
And what I mean by that is when
so-
Danielle Harris did it, it's not like in the next movie she was going to go around killing people as a little girl.
Yeah.
The callback that they did to 78 was cool, and Loomis's reaction, that was cool. But obviously they canned that angle because they knew it was just unrealistic. So with Allison, being an adult, yeah, it could go on like that, but I don't know. I'd be kind of mixed. I do love the character of Allison, so that would interest me. But I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. Cause I'm more leaning personally against it. I would feel like, but there would be something haunting about seeing her standing there with this mask on, and the camera
Right.
pans back almost like you're seeing a pull away shot, and the
Yeah.
music, the theme music's going. Dun, dun, dun,
Yep.
dun.
Like in
And
the
then-
first one, that first scene of the first one, that pulled back shot, something like
Yes,
an homage to that. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, Jack, tell me, what are your thoughts right now about that idea? What if it ended that way?
Again, it's like Knight said, you're gonna sound like a broken record, but
Yeah.
execution. That's it. Execution. If it feels right with the theme of the movie, if it doesn't feel like all of a sudden, without explanation, it was like just thrown out of left field. If it doesn't feel like a cop out ending, I'll take it. I'll
Yeah.
take it for sure. Yeah.
And then it makes you wonder, like, where they go from there. Maybe that's just how it ends. Like,
Yeah.
maybe the next movie there is no more Allison. I mean,
Right.
it's just that's just how
Right.
that story ended.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll never know. It's like that ambiguous ending with Halloween '78. He walks out.
Yeah.
He's gone.
That's right.
He's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
know.
Yep.
There's
Such
something
a
about
fantastic ending too, man. That was
it
just
is.
so
Dude.
killer.
What a phenomenal film that 78
Yes.
one. Every time I watch it, it's like watching it for the first time again. I'm just blown away.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so true. So true.
So true. Ziggy's going nuts about your dog. He keeps looking for one of them. Oh no, sorry. I think they calmed down finally. That's funny. What's up? What's up, Michael from Mental Relaxation Station, otherwise known as the Carbonite Jedi? This is the second
Michael.
channel. Let's go. Hashtag Dewey Train. Do. Well, I have to tell you now, I appreciate it, Michael, and I love Dewey, but there's only one train that rolls on this channel, baby. And it's not, it is,
It's only one tree.
there's only one train that travels these tracks, and it is not the Dewey train.
I was wondering who was gonna break our streak of not talking about it. Of course, it was
Right.
Michael.
Of course it was, because we can't get through a live stream ever without all roads leading back to get it up, baby.
Get
That's right. The stew train is rolling even on a Saturday in the middle of the afternoon or early afternoon. It is rolling, and the dew train is just going to have to park. I'm sorry. I can't come through here because this is stew territory. Stew train. That's right. Let's get it up, folks. Let's get those hashtags going.
you
I gotta
go.
do it. I gotta do it every stream. I know this is a
Oh,
Halloween
yeah.
stream. I don't care. The stew train rolls even in Haddonfield. So let's rock and roll.
There
Stew
it
train.
is.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about, Cravenites. You know what's up. All right. So all right, so let's talk now about somebody who I'm real curious to get your opinion on, because I have a couple of ideas about what I'd like to see, but I want to know, Jack, we'll start with you this time, and we'll go to Knight next. What are your thoughts on Hawkins? How do you foresee, because he survived, obviously, so we're doing a 4-year time jump, right, from kills.
Right.
So everyone assumedly now is healed. Let's just say they're physically healed up. Everyone's back to normal, quote. And psychologically, that's the whole nother story, but physically, at least, everyone's normal. So what do you want to see from Hawkins? What do you think? Do you think he's going to be a hero? Might he be the one who saves the day, unlike 78 now where he let Michael live? What if this movie's more about Hawkins' redemption story than it is Laurie's? What do you think?
Well, when we were watching 18 the other night, it just was another reminder of why I love that character so much. Such a good story, especially when Kills adds to it with that whole 78 flashback.
Yeah.
Yes.
The conflictedness of him when he was younger and now, and like the regret that he has, and now all of these people are dying, and he feels almost like it's his fault for not letting Loomis put the bullet in Michael's head.
Yep.
I think that would be a really cool full circle moment. But it would be cool if like he saves the day, but it wasn't in time to save Laurie, who I believe the two of them they're gonna be an item in this next one. Whether it's official or
Yeah.
not, I think the two of them are gonna be together in some way, shape, or form. But I think that he was a great addition to this new trilogy. Great
Yes.
character. And I remember
Yeah.
when I saw Halloween 18 in the theaters, and you thought Sartain killed him. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I was so frustrated. And then when I heard he was coming back for Kills, I was like, okay, interesting. Because I mean, his neck was like gushing blood, so I was like, all right, how are they gonna pull
Yeah.
this off?
Exactly.
And it makes sense, Cameron stumbles up to him, and it's history from there. But I think that would be a really cool twist, because everybody's expecting Laurie to be the one that will, end Michael for good. But hey, a full character story arc for Hawkins, I'm down for it. I like him. I really like him.
I do too. He seems like such a good heart in the guy,
Yeah.
Even the fact that he didn't want Michael to be killed in cold blood, so to speak. Like he stopped Loomis
Yep.
because it's got that instinctual good heart to him.
Hmm.
And so, Knight, what do you think, man? Do you think that, because, and thank you, Carrie, for mentioning this, by the way, because we talked about it a little bit on the collective, and it was
Hmm.
Jake. Jake threw this idea out, and I couldn't remember who it was. It was one of us, and so
Hmm.
thank you for reminding me it was Jake. But Knight, what do you think now about that idea of Hawkins? Do you think he might be a hero in the making?
I think so, and I think it would make sense, and it shows a nice character arc. And I agree totally with Jack. When he was killed, quote unquote, killed in 2018, I was devastated. I love Will Patton as a character, as an actor.
Hmm.
He always stands out to me, and I think that again, and obviously, Stephen, when we've talked about Halloween Kills, there's some fans that really don't like Halloween Kills, and there's some fans that don't like 2018 as well. But you gotta give them credit for having these character arcs
Hmm.
with these people. It's
Yep.
not, even though Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, her shadow looms over this trilogy, they found a way to put her front and center, but you've
Hmm.
got Allison, you had Judy Greer have a nice character arc, especially in
Sure.
Kills. You've got Will
Yes.
Patton as Hawkins. I mean,
Hmm.
these are great actors. No disrespect to past sequels, but these are not only great actors, they're seasoned. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Except for Andy Matichak, of course. But I think
Yeah.
that she's got a very bright future, possibly.
You resonate with
So
them, like you
you
feel them.
do.
Yep.
Yes, you
Yeah,
empathize.
yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And I think sometimes fans, they might forget about those types of things. We're talking
Hmm.
about a slasher
Yeah.
movie
Hmm.
here, and we've got
Yeah.
these, and here we are talking about characters. You
Hmm.
get what I'm
And that
saying?
and that's something. It's true.
Well,
Right.
in 18, like Laurie's character arc of being this hurt, traumatized woman, I remember actually crying in the theater when she was watching the bus pull away, and like she was sitting
Yes.
there with the gun and the
Yes.
pain, and then when she
Hmm.
goes to the dinner with Allison and her family
Yes.
and she starts
Exactly.
crying,
Yes.
I
Yep. I
started
did too.
crying. I
Yep.
felt the pain and
I
trauma in
did
that
too.
woman. So that
Yep.
it's not often that a slasher makes you really go into the person's shoes and feel
Yes.
what they feel. So I totally
Hmm.
agree, Knight.
Yeah.
And
No.
can
No.
I just
That's an excellent
interject
point.
real quick? I want to interject here, and I'm not. I swear to you, this is going to sound like it's going to sound like I'm bashing or piling on, but I
Hmm.
just want to make a comparison. Andy
Hmm.
Matichak, introducing Andy Matichak, by the way, in 18. That's her first film, like major
Hmm.
film, and in Kills. But can I just say, when you see her character and you look at Melissa Barrera as Sam Carpenter, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be mean at all. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
as a viewer, just as a
Hmm.
viewer, and how
Hmm.
you connect to characters. That's all I'm talking about. It,
Hmm.
I connect with her. I'm talking about Andy. As Allison.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I believe Allison. I feel Allison. I
Yeah.
I, I can relate to her
Hmm.
instantly. She's absolutely amazing to be able to pull that off.
Hmm.
I would never believe it was her first real shot. This is like
Hmm.
her first real show movie.
Hmm.
And I see Melissa, and I compare the two, and I see the disconnect over here with
Yes.
Sam Carpenter. I don't feel
Hmm.
that way with her. I don't connect to her
Hmm.
until she's killing Richie. Then I
Hmm.
Yeah.
can feel authentism. Do
Hmm.
you guys share that feeling? Do you know what I'm
Oh
trying to say?
yeah.
I'm not trying to
Yes.
be mean, right?
No,
Yes.
I know. Like her arc from 18, where she doesn't believe her grandmother, to then finally witnessing the evil, and then in
Yes.
Hmm.
Kills, I know if I was in that same position, I would be going out trying to hunt this guy down myself too.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
know myself, and I know that if I was faced in that situation with evil and he was killing my friends and innocent people, I would risk my life and I would go out there and I would try to bring an end to this. So
Hmm.
her arc, especially in Kills, having totally flip-flopped, and
Hmm.
she goes against her mother's wishes. Her mother wants her to stay behind, this and that, but she's like, nope, that's it. I'm going out. I don't care what happens to me. I'm gonna put an end to this. My grandmother was right.
Right.
It's very, very impactful, and I think that if she, again, that's one of my problems I have with her putting on the mask at the end and the evil getting passed on, is it will kind of like dim down that warrior
It,
effect of
it
her,
would.
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
But
Totally.
yeah, but with Sam Carpenter, it's it's hard to, because I'm not the son of a serial killer. You know, I am not very monotone. I'm usually very expressive. And with Sam, I don't know. Every time she was on screen, it just felt like I was eating a stale cracker. You
I
know,
I know, I know,
I don't mean that like with
I
any,
know.
because I've
No,
seen her in other stuff and she's a great actress.
yeah,
But
yeah,
with this movie, it just I feel like with Scream, there could have been a little bit of a better casting choice.
yes,
But I mean,
yeah,
it's what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
right.
do?
And they're pretty much because they made, and we talked about how they're rolling. It's such a big gamble because they're saying up front, Sam Carpenter's the new Final Girl,
Right.
man. And if you don't land, if she doesn't land with the audience, you've put yourself in a bad spot.
Hmm.
And I know that a lot of people really loved her performance, and that's great. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm glad you did. I just didn't connect with her. I'm just being completely honest,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
it's nothing personal at all.
She felt
it could be
alienated.
anybody.
She
She,
felt like alienated. Like I could not break the barrier of like
yeah,
I understood the feeling of not letting your past define you, even though
Hmm.
she went totally like serial killer on Richie in the end. Um,
Right.
I
sure.
understood that element of it, of like, what you've done in the past, what your family has done in the past, that is not who you are, and you can break the cycle. But other
Hmm.
than that, it didn't go much past that. That was
Right.
probably it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I just want to see what you guys thought. Hi,
Yeah.
31. Welcome to the live stream. Glad you could make it
Hey.
today. Good to see you. And Keith just is. I've seen Keith post this a few times. I just want to real quick. He said that Hawkins' character is too tarnished. He covered murder that really Michael got blamed for. And my whole thought on that, Keith, is that was number one. It was an accidental shooting
Hmm.
on his partner. It
Hmm.
wasn't like he
Hmm.
deliberately went and killed him. That's a little.
Yeah.
It was an accident. And yeah, there was a cover up back, but this is his chance to make things right.
Hmm.
That's what my point is that we all have things in our past that we wish we could change.
Hmm.
All of us do. Not, I'm not
And he
kind of
was a
speaking.
kid. He was a kid,
Yeah, he was a
and
rookie. He was like
his
19,
captain,
21.
yeah, and his
Yeah,
captain told him what's going to happen. And granted, he had
yeah,
the opportunity to rail against it, but he
right.
was traumatized. He just dealt with the boogeyman, and of course, he knew of the legend and all that type of stuff.
Hmm.
And I think it was just he had a weakness, a moment of weakness,
Right.
and I think that guilt from that, as well
Hmm.
as the trauma, defined the rest of his life. That's why he was
Yep.
so jacked up in 2018 to like end this. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a
Yeah.
lot of guilt from
Hmm.
it. Which
Yep.
of course I agree his character is flawed, but that's what makes him an interesting character as
Hmm.
well in
Makes him
this
Yes.
human.
trilogy. Makes him
Makes
It
him
human.
human.
does. It does,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
And and I think it's all the more reason for him to have that opportunity. And I hope David Gordon Green lets him have
Yes.
a redemption thing arc
Yes.
in this movie. I really do.
I
I
agree.
almost wish he didn't get stabbed in 18, because I would have loved to see him running around the town with everyone in kills.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he was just in the hospital with Laurie, which did good stuff for their character development, their
Right.
conversations together. But I
Yeah.
wanted to see more of him in kills, so I hope that he's one of the forefront characters of Ends.
Yes.
Hundred
Me too.
percent. 100%. Scott has a question. He said, "Why do you think Dr. Loomis was obsessed with Michael Myers? Can you please answer my question? Why do you think he was obsessed with Michael Myers?" Knight, what are your thoughts? Why don't you go
Well,
first?
Well, I think that first of all, Loomis was such a great character.
Oh
Donald
my
Donald
Oh
Pleasance
goodness!
man,
is iconic. Donald
Yeah,
legend.
Pleasance as Loomis is easily my favorite character. Um,
of the whole franchise, yeah,
of the
mine
whole
too.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me in
Yeah.
all of horror for me,
Oh wow,
as far
yeah.
as the one
Yeah.
that I kind of always go back to,
Uh-huh.
Nice.
just because of who he is and all the little details that surround him. I just absolutely
Hmm.
love him.
That's
But
awesome.
I think he was obsessed with Michael because he had never met anyone like Michael. He had
Hmm.
never met. I mean, you know how the line goes. This little boy with this blank, pale,
Hmm.
emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, and
Hmm.
he spent years trying to help him to reach out to him. And I will give a little bit of credit to Rob Zombie's Halloween. They
Okay.
kind of went into that a little bit, kind of showing that those
Yeah,
scenes a little bit as far as him trying to reach this little boy. He really wanted to help him in that setting. and be of use to him as a doctor, and he could never reach him. And all Michael did was just stare. And I think
Mhm.
he became not only obsessed but afraid of him because he realized what was at stake. He realized that this quote unquote man is evil. And so when he escaped, it was Loomis's sole mission to stop him, to save others. He didn't want to see a repeat of what happened to Judith. And I think that's why
Mhm.
he became obsessed with Michael. It's like when you're in a profession, and if you're really good in it, as we assume, and I know Loomis was, the way he was presented, and you have that obstacle that you can't overcome, being this patient of his, I can totally see that it becomes so important to you to understand it, to do better, to be successful with it. So I think those are the reasons he became obsessed with Michael.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that.
man. I love it. Yeah, I think you're 100%. I don't even have anything to add. Jack, do you have anything to I think that was
No,
very well said,
that was
man.
that was like a beautiful essay
It was.
biography on Dr. Loomis.
Perfect.
Thanks, Jack.
And that's why I asked Knight first because I said, you know what? I bet you Knight his answer is going to be so
Oh yeah.
thorough and so to the point, and it was great. So all I say is ditto to what Knight just said. Ditto from me. That's I'm with you. Oh my gosh! Now, I know night we have we're getting close to our time with you coming to a close here shortly,
Yeah,
and so
unfortunately.
unfortunately, but
Because
I
I could
think
talk about this stuff all day, man. You know me,
oh
Steven.
yeah, I
We've
know,
had a couple
man.
times where we've been talking Halloween, and it's just an interesting franchise. It really is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's awesome. So I have to bring this one up because this one is, and Green Gaze mentioned this earlier, and I want to show it now. I'm nervous as heck about this radio tower that we know that David Gordon Green said it's going to play a significant role
Hmm.
in ends,
Hmm.
and it seems like that radio tower, and we'll see it in Kills coming up on Wednesday,
Yeah.
but that
Yeah.
radio tower's there front and center in the
Hmm.
movie. I'm telling you. So Knight, let me start with you, and then Jack. I'm gonna go next after that. Tell me your opinion. What are your thoughts on the radio tower? What are your theories right now on that?
Well, I think that there's theories out there about the tower controlling Michael,
Hmm.
either through the mask or through the radio waves or this or that. And again, it's an interesting theory. It just makes you say, oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But I think the problem with it, and we've seen this before, even in this franchise, like in The Curse of Michael Myers, I think that when you try to explain
Oh,
what his power is and where it comes from, I think you run into a lot of trouble
you said this
Yes.
because
night on one of your streams, and I was like sitting there, like,
yeah,
yes, like you explained it so well. Go for it.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
man.
no, no, no. And I want to hear what you guys think too. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think when you try to explain things, you run into trouble because
Yeah.
you're running against the past, right? And you got to cover all these spots. That's number one. Number two, Michael was always supposed to be a mystery, a myth, a concept, so to speak, in physical form.
Hmm.
And so, like with the Curse of Michael Myers, there's some okay parts of that movie, but the worst part about it was trying to explain Michael's power. And we've also seen that in other franchises where they tried to explain things. And I might be wrong, but at least in my opinion, I've never seen it done in a successful way. They tried to do that in Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's
They tried
dead.
they tried to do that in Jason Goes to Hell. They tried to do that in Hellraiser 4,
Ah,
and it's like I don't need to know their date of birth, their social security number, their height and weight, and their mother's maiden name. I don't need to know
Right.
all that,
No.
and that's what makes them scary because my mind can make it scarier than what that explanation is going to be. So
Absolutely. Yes.
so I'm really hoping that they don't go down that route with the radio tower. My hope for it, like we talked about in the collective stream, Stephen, is that might be a setting or it might be a
Hmm.
place where, there's some information given
right.
or a DJ is giving information over the radio waves. We've talked a little bit about that stuff too, but I just hope
Hmm.
it's not controlling him, you know.
Oh my gosh, yes, I completely get it. Jack, how about you, man? Have you got any theories on what that could be used for?
Well, a part of the main reason why I dropped out of film school is because one, I was going at it from the standpoint of wanting to be a horror writer and director, and in film school, if you write horror, you are like the bottom of the jar. Like nobody cares about that. They don't respect it. They don't like it. They don't enjoy it. And I would always submit these thriller scripts, and I would never fully explain certain things because I always followed that structure of Hitchcock, basically having a lot of the ending up to your interpretation. And I remember one of my teachers, and specifically, would always ask me, "But why? Why are they doing this? Why did this happen?" And I said to him, I was like, "Less is more." I said, I even brought up that Halloween ending, original 1978 ending. You know absolutely nothing but whatever comes out of Loomis's mouth, and that is what makes it successful, and that is what makes it terrifying. And if you explain things, maybe it hits. Maybe people are like, whoa, that even adds fuel to the fire. But most of the time, less is more. And the more you know about something, specifically horror, when it comes to horror, when it comes to slashers, supernatural stuff, when you explain it and you get to the base of things, it just waters everything down. I'm going to get some shirts made. Say hashtag less is more.
Yes.
Less is more. And you know
love
what? In modern cinema, we have this habit now of trying to give the audience everything, and I think that's why so many films fail today, and so many films are not considered classics anymore. Because look at that, the end of that, the original Psycho, you know,
Yes.
where you just see Norman Bates like, I wouldn't even hurt a fly, and that look he gives you into the camera, and the film ends there. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is like, it sticks with you for years. I mean, there are so many movies I've seen in the last 10 years, horror movies, that I forget about, and then 10 years later they'll pop up on IMDb, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. You know, I just, like, I remember all of the old stuff. I don't remember a lot of the new stuff, and it's because too much is explained, and it waters it down. So when you get to that whole radio tower theory, just like you said you guys were talking about on the collective, Steve and I mentioned it on our Halloween 2018 stream.
Yeah.
I hope that when David said in the commentary that the radio tower will play a big part, I'm hoping maybe he means that's where the finale will take place.
Yeah.
And maybe like they're having this big fight on it or on top of it, or you know what I mean? I don't know. But if you explain it with that is the only drive for Michael's evil, like, I would rather them just end it with Michael dying and us not even knowing why he is the way that he is, versus knowing too much, and then every time you watch that David Gordon Green trilogy, you will think of that ending and it'll just tarnish the whole thing. So.
Yep.
100%. And we don't need to know why he is how he is. We don't need to know. Just leave that alone, please. Let's learn from the mistakes of The Curse of Thorn and 6. We don't need to do that again, please. And to me, it's just like the audacity to say you can control Michael Myers, like you have power over. That totally messes with the mythology, man. Totally. And so and
there are some that want to know everything because it'll drive them nuts, but I don't think they realize that that's the beauty of it. It's supposed to drive you nuts because you know, you're not Michael Myers. You cannot comprehend being that evil unless you are, and you're not telling us. But you know, you're not supposed to be able to step into his shoes because you are not evil incarnate, and that is the most chilling aspect of it.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Totally
agree. And then with the last thing I'm gonna say on the radio tower for right now is, what I don't want to see is, every time I think about a tower, you know what I picture, which is, and it's not the same thing, but I picture King Kong on the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I think. That's what I see.
Fight on the top.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're fighting
I
at the
know
top.
what you mean.
And I'm like, I don't want that for my. I see Michael Myers up there, and
Now-
Laurie on the radio tower going
Now-
higher
now-
and higher.
Now we just need Jessica Lange. Let's throw her into the mix.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I just don't want to see that, man. I just think it would
Right.
be a really cheesy way to do it. And so
Agreed.
I'm really excited and nervous to find out what in October, finally, what in the heck the radio tower is about. Because, like you say, our imaginations can go a lot of places with this thing, you know?
I agree.
And I just hope it's done again. It's the cliche word, but it works. We always use it on the collective, like every episode. It's all about how you execute it. Execution. And it really is true.
Yeah.
Now, before night heads out, I'm seeing Carrie's posting here. She said, "Hey, Craven, you know what we're missing, right?" And look, I definitely, before night leaves us here, I think that we're gonna find a way for a little music. It's gonna have to happen. So, Bearded says, "What if Jamie sets up a trap on the radio tower like she did in Resurrection?"
As long as she's not as stupid as she was in Resurrection.
No, Dad.
Because that was ridiculous.
That was
There's
rough.
no way that Laurie Strode would have just walked up to
I
Michael
know.
like that.
Yeah. And who would have let her go on the roof of an insane asylum and set up a trap? Like
Exactly.
I don't it just baffles me.
Yeah. Yeah, but this came from the same mind that defeats Michael Myers with karate chick kicks. So
There you go.
this is
True
the
enough.
same brain, the same creative mind. So I mean,
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
So Night, man, you let me know, Night. I'm not. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. You just let me know whenever time you need to head out. Just let me shoot me a note or whatever, and we'll because I'm not. I got to allow me 15 seconds notice. I guess because we got to have a little powder face into the powder and the cheeks and a little bit of
Powder.
singing. And,
Well, I do. Well, I hate. Well, let me just say this. First of all, thanks so much for letting me jump on. 'Cause
yeah, thank you
I
for
love
coming.
talking about Halloween and talking about it with both of you guys. I knew it was going to be a lot of fun, and it really was. And as usual, an hour goes by so quick.
It
And
does.
man, I could talk about this forever. I hope we get a chance to do this again.
Yes,
That would be really cool.
100%, man, 100%.
But I do want to thank you so much for the invite. And unfortunately,
bet.
I do have to get going.
No
But
worries, man. No worries. So,
But-
Night, can I ask you this, Night? First of
What's
all,
that?
everybody in the chat, say bye tonight. This is the time. This is the time to say bye. So, let him know how much you loved him here today. Shoot him a quick. Let's hit it in the chat. Hashtag Night Rocks. Night Rules.
Thanks, man.
Let him know because we appreciate him coming. I appreciate you coming, Night, to be a
Oh,
part of this
absolutely,
conversation.
man.
And
Absolutely.
we are going to do this again. I want to do it again. I'll find a time with you. We'll talk offline. We'll figure it out. Like we talked a little bit earlier. We'll figure out a time. Maybe, guys, how about this, everyone in the chat? Wait, maybe a midday, late morning on a Friday or probably not a Thursday because that's kind of you're doing your coffee thing on Thursdays.
Well,
but
but we could figure something out on
we
Thursday
could do
as
something
well.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe a Thursday morning. Totally
Yeah.
shake things up at
and
an
get
unusual
crazy.
time. We're gonna get real crazy with it. Yes. So, Night, let me ask you this, buddy, before you head out, though. Whenever we get it set up, will you be there?
I'll be there. You know
Oh, oh yeah! Everybody, let's go. Let's sing it.
it. I'll be there.
Sing it, Night. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Night, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. And
Oh man, I appreciate you too, and you too, Jack. Thanks so
Yeah,
much. For
nice.
being
Oh,
here, too.
I'll
And
chat with you soon.
everybody
Yeah.
in the chat, real quick, be sure you go subscribe to the Night Watch Zone. I've got a link to his channel in the description of this video already there. So if you have not subscribed, you are All right, I'm gonna say it. What are you doing? I'm gonna steal Fate's tagline. I'm gonna start paying him
Right? What are you
royalties for that.
doing?
What are you doing?
Right?
Seriously, guys, go check out the Nightwatch Zone after this live stream. Knight's got so much stuff. It's amazing stuff. All of it's top shelf. So
Thanks,
be
man.
sure you subscribe to his channel and show him some love over there if you haven't already. So
Thanks so much. I
it's
appreciate
required.
it.
You're welcome, buddy. And I'll see you on Monday night, if not sooner.
Yeah, right.
The collective on
Exactly.
Monday. So
It's gonna be some fun stuff on Monday.
yeah, buddy, we're gonna be good.
Absolutely.
But you have a great rest of your weekend, my man.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you
guys
later.
Catch you later, buddy. See ya.
Peace. See ya.
All right, that was fun. Night's always a blast to have Night. Somebody here was asking, Jack, where's your channel at? That's a great question. There's a link in the description below right now. Just go right down. If you scroll on the video, you'll see Jack's channel. Just click it. But go ahead and you can answer the question though, Jack, if they want to know the actual answer.
You just type in my first and last name, Jack Stanis. Jack and then Stanis, and you'll find me.
Boom. Just that simple. And it pops right up too, man. You put in there and Jack Stanis, it's like bam, there it is.
Zach always tells me, he's like, your name is your biggest brand.
It is.
Yep.
It's awesome. I love that. All right, so Jack, so let's talk a little bit more now about yeah, they are, Carrie. Absolutely.
Aw,
They were so
mwah.
good.
And Carrie Crave Cinema. Go check out, just type in Carrie Crave Cinema.
Heck yeah. Speaking of awesome channels, yeah. Carrie Crave Cinema she's got a great up and coming channel
yeah.
now. And her videos continue, again, I know I say it all the time. Her videos continue to get more comfortable. They get better and better, and there's not a bad one on there, but they continue to still get better and better and better. And I'm telling you, I'm excited to see where Carrie's channel is going to go, because I think the sky's the limit. I really believe that.
Absolutely.
So Carrie, you keep grinding, you keep it up, be consistent, keep doing what you're doing. She says more videos on the way. That's what I want to hear.
Yes.
I cannot wait. So everybody in the chat, if you have not yet, if you weren't aware that she has a channel, she's officially a content creator now. And so please check her out. You're going to love it. And I'm enjoying her videos a ton. Tons. Good stuff. So what a great community this is, Jack. Isn't it great,
love it.
man?
Love it.
So wonderful, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump back into our Halloween talk here. We'll go, let's go to 2 o'clock Central. How about that? Another 45
Sounds good.
minutes?
Yep.
Is that all right?
Perfect.
And then maybe we'll do this, we'll say this like if you want the, what is it? If you want this stream to continue, a super chat will buy you extra time for a dollar per minute.
Yep.
What's up, JJ? I've been chatting with you in some comments lately on the videos. Says you guys are too positive and supportive. Oh, well, listen, that's what this is about, man. I tell you, when I started this channel, I said this is going to be a place of positivity, of encouragement, support, and of course horror, but it's going to be all one package thing. And there's going to be zero tolerance for toxicity, drama, negativity. Now having a different view is fine, but I'm talking about the added, taking that and making it personal.
This isn't Reddit.
This is not Reddit. Oh gosh, I despise Reddit. I'm telling you right now, honestly, I never go there.
Yeah,
I
I
stay
know.
away from it. I want no part of any of that. I don't.
Or the Woodsboro Horror Facebook Club thing. Everybody's bashing each other on there now.
It's terrible,
Yeah,
man.
terrible. Disgusting.
Oh, yeah, this is zero. That's right, necessary. I don't tolerate it. If someone starts to do toxic stuff on here, they're blocked immediately. They're banned from the channel. They're blocked from it. And now, thanks to my good friends, Bearded Entertainment right here. Yeah, it is. Carrie and Maverick Media and Jen with moderating the chat. So now, if a troll does pop in, which it'll happen eventually, they're going to get shut down immediately. The minute that post, they're blocked and it's over. So we don't have time for that stuff. This is about having a good time. I'm here to have fun. So with all you wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jack. So tell me, what are some ideas you have for ends? How do you want ends to end if you were writing this?
Oh gosh, look at that photo.
Ooh, I'm ready for Wednesday. Hey, before you answer
Yeah.
that, Jack.
Yeah.
Why don't you share what's going on Wednesday?
So Wednesday, we are continuing our adventure through Haddonfield with Halloween Kills on my channel. We're going to be starting 9:15 Central, right, Stephen?
Yes, sir.
Stephen makes sure that my time is in check because these time zones mess with me like all the time. But Central Time, you could do the math from where you are in the world, but Central U.S. Time, 9:15 p.m. We've got Craven and we've got Bearded Entertainment. We're going to continue walking through Haddonfield, trying to hunt down the boogeyman with 2021's Halloween Kills. So, and we're going to talk about ends afterwards. We'll chat about theories as well.
Oh, of course. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
Val says that I love the non-toxic community being built here. Hey, absolutely. Yes, thank you, Val. I appreciate that. I really do. You know, no matter what size this channel grows to, I want it to be always consistent, and I would love to be known for a creator that creates and what am I trying to say? Cultivates an atmosphere of positivity. That's awesome. So thank you for that. That's positivity and love at the Craven Haven. Oh,
Imagine everyone in the
that.
world. Imagine everyone in the world give positivity. You know.
Oh, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine? And that's like once in a while when a troll would jump in, I was like, you know, if you were to take all of that energy that you're putting in towards being hateful, trying to be hurtful, trying to be causing problems, all that energy it takes to do that, and turn that around to encourage someone, to lift someone up, to help them, give them hope in a times of difficulty, you could be an amazing footprint here.
Absolutely.
On this earth. And it saddens me, honestly, when I see people that are that way, because they have to be in a very sad place.
Right. I'm saying like it used to like crush me when I did those fan films and when I, started writing music, this and that, and like hateful comments and stuff used to pull me down so much. And one thing, if any of you guys are thinking of joining as starting to become a content creator, it's inevitable. You will face that. You will.
You will.
And after a while, after you build the confidence up in yourself and you know your own personal worth, every time you encounter somebody like that, you look at them and you just feel like your heart goes out to them, because you know that whatever they're feeling inside is like, you're in a good place, you're confident, you know your worth, you're going for your dreams, and these people are so lost within themselves that they just decide to bring everybody down with them, and it's very heartbreaking, and I pray for people like that, because it's just,
I do too, man.
It's no
sad.
excuse, no excuse.
No.
But you'll get past that. You know what I mean? You'll feel bad for them in the end. So this isn't therapy though. Let's.
Oh, but it's good stuff though, Jack. This is important stuff, because and whether or not you have a channel or not, you're still gonna come across bullies, this in your life, and bullies. Yeah, they're everywhere. So and when it comes, if you are a content creator like Jack and myself, something that I've said it here before, but I'll say it again because it bears repeating, is something I heard from Dave McRae, which Dave McRae is a great content creator.
Yep.
He's so good. I love his stuff.
So good.
Man, he's good. And one of the things that he said one time that I will never forget, when it talks about toxic bullies and trolls, he said, remember this. He said, it doesn't matter what they say. It matters that they're watching. And I've never forgotten that, because that troll who is on the video, they're actually helping me. They're giving me a view. They're giving me engagement because they're typing a note that actually helps my video when you leave a comment. And so, I mean, think about it. Yeah, I don't like what they're saying, but what matters is that they're watching. That means and anyway, it just resonated with me. And from that moment on, anytime a troll hits, and now with moderators, it's really we're shutting them down immediately. But but whatever, if one slips through the cracks or something, I just remember, you know what? It doesn't matter what you say, man. It
Nope.
just matters that you're watching. That helps me. Thank you. And then I will pray for you, man, because it is sad. I want them to do better.
We have
they
an
should-
army here with us, Stephen. We got everybody in the chat. Such a great community. So one
Yes.
against an army. Hey, what are the odds there?
Oh, that's right. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Maurice is in the chat. Says, "Hey, what's up, Craven and Jack? Jack, I want to check out your channel." All
Thank
right.
you.
Yes, please go subscribe to Jack's channel.
Thank you.
Craven, I check every day for updates. You and the whole Lethal Collective. Love what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Maurice, so much for that encouragement. That's awesome. I appreciate it, bud. Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about. Okay, I think the question I asked you initially was, Jack, yeah, what do you want to see in Halloween Ends? How do you, if you're writing the ending to this story, what would you do?
I'm all for happy endings. You know, like unless like the original '78 movie, like where it was like a really, really, I can't even stress it enough how terrifying that ending is. But like I've grown to love Laurie Strode so much that like I even though I am 95% sure that she's not going to make it out of this movie, it doesn't mean it's not going to be a happy ending though. That doesn't mean for at least
True.
Allison it could be bittersweet.
Could
You know,
be.
it could
Yeah.
very well be bittersweet. But I just want to leave the theater feeling like I didn't waste my time with this David Gordon Green trilogy. I want to feel like
You there, Jack? Uh-oh. Jack is frozen in time. Oh, Jack. Look, we're having some technical difficulty. But, while we're waiting for Jack to come back, I just love that shot of him. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's great. He's literally free. Yeah, you guys can see it. He's literally frozen. Oh, no. Justin says, Craven, you've been doing a great job with sharing Scream and Halloween Ends updates. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you, Justin. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Jaden. Trolls die tonight. Oh, there's Jarius. Bro, there you,
What the
I was
heck?
like, look, I guess I was like, you were just in this frozen look. I'm like, oh, Jack, hello. I'm like, well, I'll just update some chat while you're coming back in.
was it at least attractive?
It was great. It was great. You look fabulous. So we got a frozen Jack. That's right, frozen Jack.
What was I saying? What did you hear up till?
So basically, you wanted to have a happy ending with Allison, right?
Yes.
You could still
Okay.
have a happy ending with Allison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second before we're here. Jacqueline's saying avoiding spoilers for kills, so I can't stick around, but just popping in to say hi. Hope everyone is doing. Oh yeah, I guess you.
Oh,
Well, yeah, probably so. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Jacqueline, that makes sense. So thank you for jumping in, though. Appreciate you jumping in and smashing that
Yes.
like button while you're here. That
Yeah.
helps the video. And then after Wednesday, you can come back and watch the replay if you want to, and get.
Oh yeah.
It'll all make sense then. So
Yeah.
thanks, Jacqueline. I'll see you Wednesday at Jack's channel.
Yes, we'll see you Wednesday.
Sweet. All right. Sorry,
Oh.
Jack. Oh, what happened?
Justin, Justin Proper. He says the Jack memes are soon to come.
The
Oh,
Jack.
down further, yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you. We're having. Oh no, tentacle difficulties. So technical. Oh no. Okay. Necessary says it was cute, Jack. See, I told you.
Thank you.
I told you it was a good shot. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I see that now. Alrighty, all right. Let's go back. All right, so we keep interrupting you in your train of thought.
Yeah, okay, it's all good.
All right.
I just want to walk out of the theater feeling like I just didn't waste my time with this David Gordon Green trilogy, that it didn't just feel
Yes.
like a cash grab. I want Laurie Strode to finally get a conclusive ending to her character arc. Whether she dies, whether she lives and she finally is at peace, and if evil ever comes her way again, you know she's ready, but she's content with everything that's happened. I mean, she's even lost her daughter. I'm sure she's not going to get over that very easily, but
No.
even if she does die, like I want it to feel worth it. I want the journey to feel worth it. You know, I have a bit of some reserves on Kills. I enjoy it for what it is. I don't think it's an outstanding movie. I think it's a fun movie. And who knows, maybe after Wednesday I'll like it even more. You never know.
You never know. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, sometimes, because you only seen it once, right?
Yes, it only once. Yep.
So now we just saw 18. It's all fresh.
Yep.
So I'll be curious to see Wednesday night if your opinion has changed. That would be
Yeah,
fun to
I'm
see.
curious too.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
J Dad, thank you. J Dad says I'm hanging out in the chat. I'm new to the channel and loving it so far. Oh, thank you. I'll be more active the more I get to know y'all. Take care. Absolutely, Jay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being new to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the content. And please come back. I live stream at least twice a week. All right, about twice a week is about what it averages. So I appreciate you being here, and I'll look for you in the comments on the videos, and I'll look for you next time. Take care. Have a great weekend. All right, that's right. We like your energy, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the ending of Ends.
Mhm.
So your ending would be Lori lives or dies, and how do you see it's gonna? How do you see it happening?
It doesn't matter whether she lives or dies. I want
Okay.
I want it to feel complete. You know, I just cannot shake the feeling that they're gonna end it on some kind of cliffhanger. Or some open open-ended is different than a cliffhanger, you know. I just want it to feel like a trilogy cap off, and I don't want it to end as abruptly as Kills did. Could you imagine we're sitting there and it's like the end of a trilogy, and all of a sudden, you know, Allison puts on the mask and she's evil, and then that's it. You know, I mean, 78 did an open-ended thing, but that is a standalone movie is you know, that's the old way of leaving it up to your imagination. But if you're calling this a trilogy, if you're slapping that title on, if these are just random 3 movies, that's different than calling it a trilogy. Okay.
Yes.
If this movie ends and it's open-ended and conclusive and it doesn't feel like it brought a satisfying end, to me, it is not considered a trilogy on any stance. At all.
mean, yeah, because the trilogy is supposed to. The third movie is supposed to end the story.
That's it.
It's supposed to wrap it all up. It's over.
Yep.
So I mean, to have a cliffhanger or ambiguous ending on a trilogy just means that it's not really a trilogy. It's just the third movie.
Right.
There needs to be another, you know. But you know there won't be, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't know, but I don't think they're going to continue the Laurie Strode bloodline after this movie.
No.
Do you?
Nope.
I think it's over here.
No, I think it's been done to death after this. This is
think
probably
so.
this was their last stand to pull it off, right? Last
Yep.
chance to pull it off, right? And if they don't, they don't. But this is it for the Strodes and Michael Myers. And if they reboot the series, they could bring back a new Laurie Strode. But I think for the Jamie Lee Curtis heritage of Halloween,
Yes.
this is it. This is it. So.
Yeah.
I don't have
think so.
Twitter, Justin. I don't have Twitter. Not yet.
Oh yeah. I see that here. Yeah. So my thinking is, I think okay. So I know you said in your mind it doesn't matter if Laurie dies or not, but let me ask you a different question. What's your prediction?
I think she's going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
I think she's actually kind of tried to help prepare us for it, just in the way she has talked about it in interviews and on her social media. And I read her comments, and man, the way she talks is like, I mean, it's over. It's over. And I really interpret that as like she's dead. It's actually going to die. So I think they're preparing us like they did for Dewey in Scream 5 with all the trailer focus on him in the hospital and all that.
Well, think about it. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah.
think about how lucky we are that we even got her back for these new movies. You know what I
right.
mean? Like
That's so true.
she's getting older now. She at this point is like, why would I want to leave it open ended for me to come back and have them try to persuade me to do another sequel? You know, I think she, just like, you know, this series is done with Laurie Strode. Not in a way where she's like, I'm done with Laurie. Like, I think she wants to put this side of her life to rest so that she can, you know, live the rest of her life and continue to do other stuff. I think we should be grateful that we even got 3 more movies with her for sure. But I do not think she's making it out of this movie. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for cutting off.
Nope, I 100% agree, man. I think this is it. I think she will definitely die. My hope, though, is that she doesn't die too soon. I want to see her
I know.
be around for most of the movie. You know,
Not like halfway through it,
Yeah, just don't do a Dewey where halfway through she's gone. It's just that's it. I want to see her there at the end in the climactic finale. Is what I want to see, and her and Michael going at it and really going at it. Like I've said before, I want like a 15 minutes. I mean, ridiculous battle where you feel like you're satisfied when that thing's over. You're like, wow, that was an epic battle, Jack. Can you imagine? You believe what they did? That's what I want us to be talking about. And Allison, I think, does survive. Now, here's a character I want to bring up for you. And I don't think I have a picture of her loaded up. I don't. That's fine. But Lindsay. Lindsay's back. And Lindsay said that they rewrote the script to bring her into it more, for her role to be expanded.
Nice.
Yes. So tell me what you think about Lindsay. Do you think she dies, or will she be the only character that survived from 78 who's still alive? Because
I think so.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, if they kill Lindsay and Laurie, there's no one left. Every single person has been killed, assuming Tommy Doyle's dead. Yes. Every character, and we're assuming Hawkins dies, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm just assuming they're going to die. Then there'll be no one left from that original movie, which to me is kind of sad, you know. So just give me your thoughts on Lindsay as a character.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what do you want to see from her?
I want to see her live. I mean, I was even really mad that they killed Tommy Doyle, and you'll see it on Wednesday night when I watch that scene over again. I remember just looking at my TV and I just I shook my head because I was already mad that they killed Marion. I was like, are you kidding? I mean, it was the way they did it. They pulled homage to the 78 movie, and then he finally got her in that same way he probably originally was going to. If she didn't, step on the gas and knock him off the car, and then she jumped out. But what they did to Tommy Doyle... Oh, and then I keep forgetting about Lonnie. Lonnie.
Oh, that's right. Oh, man.
Like, come on, just let Lindsay live. She... Just let her live. I think she's going to. I think Laurie is going to be the one that dies, and I think Lindsay is going to live to tell the tale. I do.
Yep. Justin says, I would rather see Lindsay kill Michael over Allison. Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got the history. She's a little girl when the boogeyman first came, terrorized them. So
I think Lindsay is going to help Laurie kind of trap or reel Michael in towards the end. I think she's going to have a big role in the climax. Not as big as Laurie versus Michael or Allison versus Michael, but I do think Lindsay is going to play a pivotal role in luring Michael to wherever that climax happens. At the radio tower.
At the radio tower. That's right. Get your climbing shoes on, folks, because we're going to climb the tower.
Dude, I can't.
Carrie says, I love Michael Anthony Hall. I do too.
I do too.
Love his John Hughes days. Oh my gosh. Jack, have you seen all those John Hughes movies like Ferris Bueller?
Oh, yeah, Ferris Bueller, of course.
Weird Science with Michael Anthony Hall.
Yes.
And Breakfast Club, Michael Anthony Hall was in.
Michael Anthony Hall's in Breakfast Club?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, man.
I've only seen that movie like once or twice, and I haven't seen it in so long. It's such a good film.
It's so good.
I didn't know he was in it.
John Hughes was just a master, man. He was a master filmmaker.
Outstanding.
And one of my favorite comedic actors was John Candy, who died way too early.
Oh my gosh.
We lost him at age 43. It was so sad. I broke my heart in 1994 when he passed away. I'm still to this day a huge John Candy fan. Such a lovable man, a great human being. He's kind of like Wes. No one ever has anything bad to say about John Candy, how he treated everybody. And he was in a couple of John Hughes movies. One of them, which is... There is really one of my favorites is Uncle Buck. Did you ever see Uncle Buck?
Yes, I
That-
saw Uncle Buck.
Dude, what a great fun little
I
movie that
know.
was, man.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
I miss those fun old movies like that. Like
Yeah.
there are comedies today and family fun movies today, but there's just something different about them where they're kind of cringy. Like back then, it was more fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. And Uncle Buck's Bearded says that's one of my favorites. Mine too, man.
Yeah.
And he had that little side to him where he was he could get dark if he needed to, man.
Oh yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
he could, he could turn it on, and they're just so good, man. They're so good. And then, Carrie mentions Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin as John Candy. Another iconic John Hughes movie
Yes.
with John Candy. Such a good. Oh my gosh! I mean, if this wasn't a horror channel, I would have a channel where I talk about those kind of movies, like the older movies.
Yeah.
Watch parties for all those films. Now, there's a John Candy movie I'm going to mention real quick. Then we'll get back to Halloween, I swear. But this is I'm going to test your knowledge here. You're a pretty knowledgeable guy. You're into cinema, so you will probably know. Putting you on the spot, right? There's a movie. It's not John Hughes, but it's a John Candy movie. It's my favorite movie he's done. It's called Who's Harry Crumb?
Ooh, I haven't seen that.
Okay, all right. I'm not surprised. Most people don't even know about this movie.
Really?
Anybody in the chat right now? Have any of you heard or seen Who's Harry Crumb with John Candy? Now, so I'm just curious in the chat if you guys have heard of it or not. It's like, to me, it's my most favorite movie of all of his movies, and it's so underrated, and nobody, nobody talks about it. And it's like, I don't know how many people know about this movie.
Yeah.
And anyway, so Jack, I tell you what, man, maybe we'll have some kind of a special live watch party with Who's Harry Crumb. I don't know how we'll do it. Maybe it'll be we can talk about it offline. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy. It's just a straight up comedy, and it's just hilarious. It's the kind of
love
movie
that.
where you just kick back and and just have fun with it. Carrie says she's seen it. All right, yeah, it's so good. Oto says I haven't heard of it. Yeah, a lot of people haven't.
I'm down.
We got to do it, man. Bob says, say what's up, Bob. Bob says, great movie. I have to say, best John Candy film. Just watched it with my grandma.
Wow.
See, I think, that's what I think. I think it is his best. It is.
Oh.
It's like he's hitting on all cylinders, Jack. He is on. His A game is on from start to finish in that movie. Anyway, we should do that. We should do
That sounds great. Oh,
Breakfast Club watch party.
necessary. when I used to at my gigs play that song "Don't Forget About Me," don't you?
Yes.
As I was singing it to light the crowd, all I pictured in my head was that final shot like that.
Heck yeah.
That's all I pictured.
Such an
Heck yeah.
epic movie. Oh my gosh.
Outstanding.
Oh, Carrie says we could do John Hughes movies on my channel, Craven. Okay,
Ooh.
Carrie, you got it. I'm down. I'll be there. I'll tell you what, Carrie. If you really wanna earn brownie points with me, if your first watch party is for Who's Harry Crumb, I would be very happy.
Oh yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Carrie craves cinema. That could be a generic thing. That's all of cinema, So
That's a good point, Jack, because that is a very neutral title.
yeah.
Carrie craves cinema. Because you can encompass anything there and not be out of bounds.
Everything. Yep.
Everything. Yeah. Because if I do a non-horror watch party, it just doesn't fit. It's just not right. It's like
I know.
square peg in a round hole. It's just not fit.
Unless you did it on the Movie Bros channel,
Now the Movie Bros channel, Jack. You know what? You're absolutely right. I keep forgetting about my little other channel over here to the side.
That's
The
what you
Movie
started
Bros.
with. You
That's what I
started
started
with.
with. I did. Yeah. People would be surprised that this is my second channel. And my first channel is the Movie Bros React. It's still active. Mike and I don't do a whole lot on it right now, obviously, because we're doing our own these other channels. But I could totally live stream there, any genre. So
Yeah. Yep.
good idea. I love that. All right. So Carrie says that's why I put cinema.
Oh yeah. Versus
see?
like Carrie craves horror, or Carrie craves comedy, or Carrie craves romance movies. Carrie Crave Cinema, you got everything.
You got it. I mean, necessary distractions. My channel is very broad too. Bane basically means whatever you want it to. Hey, that's the
Yes.
best. Just, you're not pigeonholed into anything, and that's just another just I laugh when I see this name. Just another horror fan.
The Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors is a
Oh.
great and and listen, Armed and Dangerous, that's another one that's underrated. That's really good. Meg
Yeah.
Ryan's in that movie with him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she is.
Yeah, that's a
Meg
really
Ryan.
good show. Oh my gosh! All right, we are way off topic, but this is
Yeah.
fun. You know what? It's all right. It's
Yeah.
again, whose channel is it, Jake? Jack. Whose channel is it, Jack? It's my channel.
It says your channel.
This is
Yeah.
my channel. So who makes the rules? I do. So
And
you know what?
What did you call it? You said Craven some Jack. That's it.
Craving some Jack.
This is now Craven some Jack show.
That's right. Oh man. This is great. Justin says, I do mostly live streams and used to do funny videos on pop culture, but I have done some watch parties react. I might do Who Harry Crumb. Hey, that's awesome, Justin. If you end up doing Who's Harry Crumb, let me know. I'd love to watch it. I'd love to, be there on the live stream, or not necessarily live stream with you, but, be a part of watching it with you for sure. In the live chat, at least. That'd be great. All right. So, this is fun stuff, man. You just never know.
I know.
Where things are going to go here.
That was like that comment someone left. I forget his name, but we were on the Halloween watch party, and then we started talking about Stu for 30 minutes, and he's like, "Welcome to the Halloween watch party where we talk about Scream 5."
I love it.
So funny.
Oh, man. Okay, so for Halloween Ends, so one of the things that I'm hoping for is I actually want, and I'm torn, Jack. I'm torn because part of me wants Michael Myers to be actually killed, to actually be decapitated or I know that's been done before with H2O, but it wasn't him. But
Or
that
limb by limb chopped up.
yeah, or just dismember,
Yeah.
ripping him apart, so we know he's totally dead. But there's another part of me, Jack, that wants to see him live.
I know, of course.
And so I'm so torn on which is the better way, to do it. And I don't know, man. I think that personally, Laurie dies.
Yeah.
I think Michael is almost dead.
Yeah.
But he
Yep.
might
Yep.
twitch. He might breathe.
Something at the end.
Something
Yeah.
at the end. At the end, you
Yes.
think it's over.
Yep.
I'm totally expecting a fake out.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to think he's dead, but he's really not. So, I know we talked about cliffhangers earlier, but this really wouldn't be a cliffhanger. It'd be more just like knowing he's alive. So how would you feel if it ends where we just hear him breathing, but we don't, and that's how it ends? Would you feel like that would be
Sure.
unsatisfactory, or would you be okay with that?
I would be okay with it. I just wouldn't want to see them continue Laurie's. We know that's not going to happen. Most likely even Haddonfield might be done. So if he is alive, he'll probably go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming at this point they probably bulldozed Michael Myers' house.
That's the rumor. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be bulldozed and gone.
It's gone. It's just rubble at that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as the Haddonfield story comes to an end, that's it. Dissolve him in acid,
There
Breaking
you go.
Bad style. Yeah, throw him in the bathtub, the porcelain bathtub.
Ooh, man.
Dude, I know. What did Randy say in trilogies? You gotta like cryo freeze him, decapitate his head, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's true. The rules of horror.
Oh, yeah.
Man. It's part
Oh, yeah.
of it. I mean, and Carrie has mentioned, she reminded us that, they have done the breathing thing already. Yeah, they have. They
Yeah.
did do the breathing thing. That was in 2018, remember?
Yeah. Yep.
We heard the breathing. So, yeah, Jason X, he can cryo freeze Myers. Oh, gosh. So people are just giving some ideas of how you can definitively kill him.
Hey,
Yeah.
I like the acid idea. Let's
Acid is pretty
yeah.
darn good, man.
Yeah.
That's oh man, that's gruesome. I
remember
can't
that scene
imagine.
in Breaking Bad. I was like, "Whoa, man, gnarly as heck!" Woo-hoo-hoo.
Man. Wow. Well, I want to see. I guess where I check out is I want to see Allison live, and I want to see Lindsay live. I really do. I want to
Yeah,
see. I don't want them to kill off everybody from
I
'78.
know. I know.
It just didn't feel right to me.
Hmm.
Um,
Like even
but
in Kills, I felt like they almost, even though Lindsay lived, I almost felt like they brought back the legacy characters and just like crapped on them and just stepped on them, and
basically,
like it didn't feel respectful in any way for me. I don't know. It just it
right?
I left with a sour taste in my mouth. Carrie says I want Tommy to pop back up. Hey, I mean
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, but
No.
I mean
I don't either. I really do think he's dead. I know there's a lot of people I've seen recently talk about how we don't know for sure. Maybe he really was alive. And
Yeah.
listen, I want him to be alive. I mean,
course.
I absolutely want him to be. But in my head though, my head says no. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not. He's dead.
yeah. Yeah.
And then I felt bad too. They brought back the old original sheriff.
Oh, and
Brackett.
Why didn't I bring him up? Yeah, look what they did to him.
That was terrible. He's barely, he's very old, at this age, at this
Of course.
point. And they bring him back. He's got his little pistol and he's shooting, and that's it. They brought him back to kill him. Like I just
He
want to
says
say
the line, we
He
all
does.
one last scare.
Everybody's entitled to one good
one
scare.
good scare,
He's
one good scare. Yep.
Said it one more time, and that was it. And I was like, oh.
I know.
I don't know, man. That makes you also,
Yeah.
but see, the fact that they're killing all these legacy people makes you wonder, what's he gonna do?
That's
with
true.
Lindsay?
No, I know.
What are they gonna do?
Mhm.
So, anyway, Jack, let me ask you this: any closing thoughts on Halloween Ends for this stream? Well, there's gonna be more to come. We're gonna do this. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you're up for it,
Oh, yeah.
I definitely want to do more of these in the coming months as we go.
Yeah.
But for this particular stream, any closing thoughts about Ends?
I want to see, like we were talking before, I want it to feel like a trilogy, not a third entry. I want it to feel like a trilogy that conclusively closes everything up, that wraps it with a beautiful little bow on top, and calls it a day. And then a year later after that, we can buy the David Gordon Green trilogy box set and put it right next to our 1978 Blu-ray 4K copy and be like, here is another timeline, and you could say, I prefer this one better, or you prefer the Jamie Lloyd story better, or you prefer the H2O story better. Whatever it is, I just feel like this Halloween, Michael Myers is such an icon that
Yeah.
I at least want to get one timeline to have a good conclusive ending.
I do.
I know, because with the Thorn stuff, that was bizarre. With Resurrection,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
not even mention that. Rob Zombie. That's not even a thought in my mind when I think about this
gosh.
series.
Me either.
I don't even consider that Halloween at this point. It's. Bleh.
I
No
know.
offense to anyone that likes it. No offense at all.
You're right.
No,
No,
offense,
no, exactly. That's
Um,
fine. But I'm with
to
you.
me,
I agree.
yeah,
For me
yeah.
too. Yeah, me too.
And I just want to have something that one day I can show my kids and be like, this right here is the complete story. This is what you
Bingo.
want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, man, dude, you said it well. That is absolutely what I want to see as well, man.
I know it's a
wanna-
wide answer. I know it's
It
not
is.
anything specific, but that's just describing the feeling I want to have. I mean, there are many things I want to see in the movie, but that is how I want to overall feel when the credits roll and I buy that box set a year and a half from now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A year and a half from now. The 4K Steelbook trilogy,
Halloween
and
trilogy.
Halloween
Yeah.
trilogy.
Or quadrilogy. Maybe they'll include John Carpenter's first one in there.
Oh,
That
could you
quadrilogy.
imagine?
Yeah.
They should, man.
They should.
Because then you have them all together because those are the direct sequels.
Yes.
So package those suckers together, man.
Yep. Agreed.
Hmm.
Agreed.
I like that idea a lot.
Maybe a Scream Factory release. Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. Could you imagine? 'Cause Scream Factory, they know what they're doing, man.
Ah.
I really like their stuff.
Beautiful.
I still need to buy the Shocker one. They got the one, the Shocker
Yes.
Scream Factory edition,
Yes.
which I don't have that, so I
Yeah.
need to get that one.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Well, guys, listen, before we head out, just want to remind all of you that I now have Craven Something Scary merchandise. Yes, it is available now. You can go right here to the website, just put it in the chat and the description of this video as well. But go check it out. I know some of you have already ordered some shirts, some hoodies, some stainless steel tumblers, some face masks. I mean, I appreciate everything, guys, and I'm very excited to see pictures coming in that from people when they get the shirts in and take pictures so I can see them. So check out the merch shop. It's a lot of stuff there. I just want to let you know about it. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I do want to mention it while we're here on the live stream so that you can get done here and then go subscribe to Jack's channel and then check out the merch store. Got some pretty cool stuff over there. Different logo. I got my alternative logo and my traditional logo. So anyway, it's fun stuff. And I have to tell you, Jack, should we tease a little bit? Not give the whole thing away, but
Yeah.
there's a very special thing coming up on June the 4th. We've already got the date. And let me just tell you, folks, I think it's going to be mind blowing. It's going to be epic. And let's just say it has something to do. It's not a guest. It's not going to be a celebrity interview or anything like this, like I've been doing. So I don't want to misunderstand. I don't want
All
you
I
guys to
can
misunderstand.
say, all I can say is this.
Oh, there you go. That
That's
that image right there, and then combine that image with this image, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, that's all you're gonna get. That's a teaser. That's all I'm gonna give you. But I'm gonna tell you right now, whenever this thing gets announced, when I actually set up the stream and we lock it in, and you see the title, oh boy.
I cannot.
I can't even tell you how amazing it's gonna be.
I can't stop laughing.
Oh, Carrie says I bought my own T-shirt and excited to wear it. Prices are great. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, it's so awesome. Necessary says excited for my shirt. I wear it whenever I make my next video. Yeah, thank you. And the prices of Craven's hoodies are freaking amazing. And so, thank you. Well, and I will let you guys know since you brought it up. So whenever you set a store up, they always tell you, like, here's the average price that content creators are charging for these products. And every single item that I'm selling, I went underneath that average price. So basically, it's reducing the profits I get, which is very small. It's very, very small. And I reduce that because I want my things to be at what I consider a fair price. Not, some content creators will overcharge. And I don't want to do that. They can do everyone can do what they want. It's fine. But just so you know, I really did try to price this stuff what I thought was fair, because I appreciate you guys even being interested in buying a shirt or a coffee mug or something. And so thank you, Necessary, for that comment. And because I did really try to go under by like several dollars, like $5 to $7 under what they're telling me I should charge, because I'm not really doing it for the money. I'm really not. I'm doing it because I think it's fun, and if you guys are interested in it, and so that's why I did it. So thank you for everyone who's bought a merchandise. It means the world to me. And once you guys get your shirts and your gear, I cannot wait to see. Necessary says, "What the fudge is happening on June 4th? I'm so confused."
All I can say is, excuse me, Your Honor.
That's right. Overruled.
Yeah.
Overruled. We're dropping clues, but you're never going to figure it out. All I can tell you is that remember those two images. And the Stu Mocker and that amazing European, British, whatever, picture that we just saw. Blucka says, "Did I get the stew train?" No, not yet. Bearded Entertainment, I don't know if he's still in the chat now or not, but he was here earlier. He's still working on it. He gave me an update this week, and he said it'll be done soon. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. And also, just so you guys know, if you're interested, it's not in the store right now because I haven't designed them yet. But Beard is going to be sending me over a design for an idea for me to look at. And if I like the design and it works, and I'm going to make up some Stew Train shirts, Jack.
Ooh.
I'm going to make actual Stew Train merchandise. We're going to have, and I'm excited about it, and I think it'll be fun, right? So, everybody in the chat right here, if you're my Cravenites and everyone, if you are interested in a Stew Train merchandise, just let me know, because that will help me decide whether I don't want to do it if no one wants it. So, because it's a lot of work to get stuff set up. Oh, Bearded says he's still here. Okay, great. Yusuf says, "Big fat hi, Stephen." Well, big fat hi to you, Yusuf. Glad you're here, buddy. So yeah, I appreciate it, guys. And yeah, Stew Train merch says hashtag Stew Train merch. All right, good, awesome. It says heck yeah. All right, good. So I'll continue on. Bearded is working on a design for me, because designing is not really my wheelhouse. It's not. My talents are more in other areas, like doing videos and music and things. So we'll see how it goes. I know it's going to be great. I can't wait to see it. Carrie says yes. All right, very good. Me too, Blucka. I'm excited as well. It's going to be awesome. All right, so Jack, let's say, yeah. So for Halloween ends, I'm going all over the place. We'll leave it at this for today, and I think that it's going to be, the potential's there. I know there's some people that are nervous and skeptical. I personally loved Kills, and I think, Jack, how about you full blown now promote and share what we're doing on Wednesday night on your channel?
Yep. So at 9:15 Central Time, we are going to be watching Halloween Kills. It'll be Craven, it'll be Eric, Bearded Entertainment, the Bearded Entertainment. Excuse me, I just noticed. Yeah, the Bearded Entertainment, and we will be watching it, the extended, unrated cut of the film, which I believe Necessary said that it is now on HBO Max. The extended cut. So
perfect.
That's perfect.
Yes.
We will be watching it from start to finish. We will talk about the movie. We'll critique it. We'll say what we liked, what we didn't like. And then we were going to talk all about Halloween Ends, just like we did today in this stream. And we're going to have Eric there to give in some input on what he wants to see. And we're just going to have a really good time.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
Yep.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. It was so much fun. And then we got the whole... slasher. My gosh, sledgehammer. We got the whole slosh.
That sounds like a B movie. That sounds
right.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Sledgehammer. Yes, and then the following week after that, we begin watching Slasher, the anthology slasher series, starting with season 2, watching 2 episodes. Bearded Entertainment. Eric will be joining us as well for that. And every week we're going to watch 2 episodes, and then we're going to chat about them. So
yeah, absolutely. It's going to be awesome. So much fun. Yeah. And so for next Wednesday, just a reminder, everybody, next Wednesday, Jack's channel, 9:15 Central, watch party for Halloween Kills. It's going to be amazing. Also want to let you guys know real quick that this coming Tuesday night on the 12th, I will be having a live stream at my normal time of 9:15 Central with the one and only Scream Obsessed, who is the basically known as the largest Scream creator or Scream content in Twitter, on Twitter rather. So Scream Obsessed, I'm sure most of you guys know who that is. If you have a Twitter account and you love Scream, you know Scream Obsessed. So he's going to be coming on. Michael's going to come on and join me on Tuesday. We're going to do a live stream. We're talking about Scream 6, theorizing and talking about how previous sequels may impact 6. What might we see and how we do that? So that's when to plug that in for Tuesday. And also for any of you that were here for the Leanne Kerr interview on Thursday, I have a very fun update to share. She emailed me back yesterday, and she told me that that was the most. She said that was the most fun she's had on any interview she's done for the movie, which was great feedback, which is awesome. And then she followed that up by saying she would absolutely love to return to the channel. Wait for it. For a student body watch party live with the writer and director of the movie. Guys, so I already have her booked in. A date's already set. She's confirmed. It's going to happen May the 7th.
Nice.
May the 7th. Leanne Kerr on the channel for a live watch party of her movie, Student Body. So, in the span of about 4 weeks, I got some more announcements for you. Guys, whoever's not on the stream, they're missing this out because this is all new. So, Jack, I know I'm probably boring you to tears. Man, you're like, dude, what are you doing? What's going on here? So check this out, guys. In the span of 4 weeks, I'll be interviewing Meg from Sleepaway Camp. That's coming up on the 21st of this month. But then I'm going to have, let me just tell you, I'm going to pull this up so I don't mess it up. I got my schedule over here. I'm having to do this stuff very organized to get all this stuff figured out. So here we go. All right, I'm going to have Catherine Kamei on the 21st, who's Meg from Sleepaway Camp. And then I'm going to have, ready for it, Jack? Are you ready, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, you ready? All right, guys. Here we go. On April the 30th, Lynn McCree, otherwise known as Maureen Prescott, is coming back, baby, to the channel. And we are going to have a live watch party of Scream 3 with Maureen Prescott right here on my channel for the entire movie. She's going to watch the movie and she's going to stay afterwards for Q&A. And I am just blown away. She had such a great time on the interview. She wants to come back. So, guys, she's coming back. It's already booked and confirmed. I just emailed her again this morning. It is on April the 30th at 9:15 p.m. So, now, that's not all. There's more. You ready for this? Jack, guess what's happening on May the 14th?
What?
Well, I'm glad you asked. On May the 14th, Nancy Ann Ritter, who was the girl from the bathroom in Scream 1, is returning to the channel, and we are going to watch Scream 5 live with all of you with Nancy Ann Ritter. We're going to watch Scream 5 with her. It's going to be a fun watch party. And then also finally, as I mentioned earlier, on the 7th of May, Leanne Kerr's back to watch Student Body. So basically, in like a 4-week period, it's going to be Meg interview, and it's going to be Lynn McCree Scream 3 watch party. It's going to be Leanne Kerr watch party the next Saturday, 1 week later. And then a week later from that is going to be, I can't keep track of all of it. It's going to be Nancy Ann Ritter. So it's 3 weeks in a row. It's bang, 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 watch parties, 3 in a row with the actors or with the writer-director of Student Body. Woo!
Love it. You did it. You got through it.
I got all that out. So this stuff has been percolating. I haven't shared it yet. I've got to start setting up the live streams now and getting it up on the channel. So guys in the chat, I hope you're excited about all this stuff coming up. Everything I just shared. I hope you're excited and ready for it. Blucka says, good stuff, Craven. Killing the interview game. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Blucka. Appreciate it. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to this. I certainly am. Necessary.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what. When we get the week before June 4th, which is a mystery right now, it's way too early to talk about it. We're teasing it on June the 4th. I am going to have a request of all of my Cravenites and anyone who is willing to do it. Will involve social media posting. So if you're a Cravenite here, or if you're not a Cravenite, if you're just a subscriber and supporter of the channel, even if you're not a channel member, and you want to really help the channel out, possibly in a big way, coming up in the end of May, get a social media account, especially Twitter. Get a Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, if you just open one up, even if you don't use it, just for this one particular thing, I'm going to ask you guys to do, because I'm going to do it too. I never ask you to do anything I don't do, right, Jack? Ever.
Yep.
And so Jack's going to do it too. He said he's going to do it every day. We're going to be posting every day for a week. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Oh yeah. Objection, Your Honor.
Completely overruled. Completely overruled. So, and then Necessary says, if you're not a Cravenite, what are you doing? Exactly. What are you doing? You're missing out. We have a great time in the Cravenites, man. We got exclusive watch parties. I'm telling you, it's the thing. Thank you, Necessary. All right, guys. So, one day, Necessary. I'm telling you right now, one day. And we'll see what happens in June. Maybe sooner than we think. We'll see. We never know.
Yep.
Well, guys, this has been a blast. I want to say goodbye to everyone in the chat. All you guys have been amazing. Appreciate all of you for being here. And it's just been a great time. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. We're going to hashtag bomb Matthew Lillard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shape says, love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Shape, or The Shape. Thank you, The Shape. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a supporter of the channel.
Oh yeah.
And lots more to come, right? So my next live stream will be Tuesday with Scream Obsessed at 9:15. And then, Jack, I'll be with you on Wednesday for our Halloween Kills on your channel. So, again, everybody, go subscribe to Jack Stannis if you have not yet. He will never let you down with his content. And I got to say, your little April Fool's video or whatever you did, I tell you, I watched that again this morning, bro.
Did you?
I did. I pulled that thing up, and I'm like, you're like, I'm going to take a year off. I want to go explore. I want to, and I'm like, oh.
I'm going to be a recluse in Coach.
You're going to be a recluse. And you're like, and then all of a sudden, the phone rings. Oh, yeah.
You're promoting my movie. You think I'd let you leave?
That's right. I just love that. It's so good.
Dude.
So it's so much fun.
I know.
So everybody go subscribe to Jack. There are links in the description below right now. So
and let's end it off right. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy Halloween. Halloween. Happy Halloween. Silver Shamrock.
Oh, yay.
I know there's a delay between the two of us.
I know. I'm slowing down. I'm speeding up. It's so awesome. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, people, bear with us, folks. We're live, okay? There's a delay.
It's so funny.
Well, listen, guys, everybody, thank you for the super chats. Everyone who donated to super chats, thank you today for that. Thank you all for being here, for your support, and it was not in unison. It's hard with the delay. Okay, it's hard. We're trying here, but everyone have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see all of you back on the stream, hopefully on Tuesday night with Scream Obsessed. And on Wednesday on Jack's channel. So we're going to have a good time. So,
yep.
All right, guys. And Jack, I want to thank you, sir, for carving out some time of your afternoon or late morning, I should say, for you. It was morning
now
time.
It's afternoon. It's 12:08.
Now you go. Now it's afternoon. Yeah. So I can say good afternoon.
Yes.
And I appreciate you being here, man. As always, it's a joy. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
So, Jack, here's my question, man. For this live stream I've got going on Tuesday night, and for your live stream on Kills, I'm going to be there. I think everyone in the chat's going to be there, but I need to know, will you be there?
I will be there.
Beautiful. I can't wait. Bye, everybody. See you soon.